Hello, my dear students. Today we will going to talk about cardiovascular system part 1. Let us see the learning outcome of this topic. The learning outcome after completion of this module, the student will be able to restate the composition of blood, enumerate the functions of blood element and explain about the blood group and coagulation of blood. Let us see the composition and functions of blood. Here you can see the diagrammatic representation. In that you can see the blood vessel and the different composition of blood, that is white blood cell, red blood cell and platelet. In the blood vessel there will be the vessel wall also you can see in this particular picture. Now before moving on to the details, we must have to first know about the blood. Blood is a connective tissue and is a red color pigment that circulate in the body, that helps in the transportation of substances, as well as it protects against the diseases, and blood is also responsible to regulate the temperature of the body. An average healthy man has about 5 liters of the blood in the body, and when we are talking about the woman or a female has about 500 ml less than that of the man. So total near about 60 to 80 ml per kg of body weight blood is present into the human healthy body. Let us see the overall functions of the blood. First, the blood is responsible for transport of nutrient as well as waste product, blood gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide, and signaling to the molecule. That means the blood is responsible for transport of nutrient, waste product, blood gases to each and every single cell or a tissue, organ, system present into the human body system. Blood is also responsible for immune functions. Another function of the blood is to maintain the homeostasis of water, ions or the pH. Homeostasis is nothing but the internal atmosphere of the or internal environment of the human body, and also which is responsible for maintenance of the water, ions and the pH. Then next function of the blood is to distribute heat throughout the body, means equal distribution or a proper distribution of the heat throughout the body with the help of blood. Then because of the presence of different clotting factors, blood is responsible for the blood clotting. Then let us see the composition of blood. As we seen already in the diagrammatic representation that the blood is made up of about 55% of the fluid plasma and 45% of the solid cell, that is red blood cell, white blood cell and platelet. Then let us talk about the plasma. The fluid or a liquid part of the blood is called the plasma. Then it is a colorless liquid that contains 90% water, protein and inorganic salt. It also contains some organic substances in dissolved forms like glucose, amino acids, fats, urea, hormones and enzyme, which get utilized by the body wherever necessary. Then let us talk about the functions of plasma. It carries these dissolved substances from one part to another part in the body. These dissolved substances means which consist of the different organic substances and which is responsible for the dissolved substances transportation from one part to another part of the body. The protein in plasma includes antibodies to assist in the body defense system. As we already seen that in the functions of blood, that blood is responsible for immune function. So, because of that, different protein present into the plasma and which assist the body defense systems. Then, as we know that the composition of the blood consists of red blood cell, that is another name, it is called as erythrocytes. They are disc shaped cell concave in middle with no nucleus. The red blood cells, they do not have the nucleus. Then it contains pigments called hemoglobin, which is made up of an iron containing pigment known as heme and a protein called as a globin. So, together it forms a hemoglobin. Then RBC, that is red blood cells, are produced in the spleen and the bone marrow of the human skeleton. Then life of the RBC, what is the lifespan of the RBC? Is about 100 to 120 days. Then let us see the functions of red blood cells, nothing but the erythrocytes. Hemoglobin in RBC pick up and carries oxygen from the lung tissue to all the cells of the body. Means the red blood cells are responsible for carrying the oxygen from lungs to each and every single cell of the body for the cellular respiration. Then let us identify the difference between the plasma erythrocytes. Let us see the diagrammatic representation. You can see that in yellow color, or we can say that a colorless plasma. Then next one is the buffy coat in between that, and there is a erythrocyte, that is nothing but the red blood cell. So, this is the normal proforma. In anemia, the plasma count is somehow increases, and in polycythemia the erythrocyte cells, the red blood cell count get increases. So, this is the normal situation in the first test tube, and in the both anemic and polycythemia condition also seen over here. If it is increases in the plasma level, or what happen if it is increases in the erythrocyte level, that is anemia and polycythemia respectively. Now let us talk about the white blood corpuscles, that is also called as the leukocyte. They are round or irregular semi-transparent cells containing a nucleus. As we seen that RBC, they do not have a nucleus, but here in the white blood cells there is a nucleus. They are a little larger than RBC. White blood cell makes chemicals called antibodies to fight against infection. That I already told you in the functions of blood, which is responsible for the immune functions. So, how that is seen over here, that white blood cell makes chemicals called antibodies to fight against infection. That is why they provide immunity in our body. WBC in the blood is much smaller in number than red blood cell. Now let us see the functions of WBC. That is consist of neutrophils, and neutrophils attack the invading bacteria and engulf them. Another is the presence of lymphocytes under the white blood cells. That is, lymphocyte produces antibodies which protect the body against antigen and thus provide immunity against infection. Then the WBC also consists of basophil, which is responsible to secretes anticoagulant called heparin, which prevent clot within the blood cell. Then next one is the eosinophil and monocyte, which also assist in defense mechanism of the body. Now let us talk about the blood platelet. The another name is called as the thrombocytes. They are tiny, circular or oval, colorless cell formed in the bone marrow that we were seen already in the diagrammatic representation. Then they lack a nucleus and help in the coagulation of blood, that is clotting of blood in a cut or a wound, due to which bleeding stops and ultimately protects from that of the wound. Then all the blood cells are made up in the bone marrow from cells called stem cells. Then talk about the blood clotting. What is blood clotting? Blood clotting is a body defense system in combat bleeding. Plasma contains soluble protein fibrogen of blood, which produces the insoluble protein called fibrin, and which is essential for the blood coagulation, which form in the liver. Then in the injury, the blood platelet break down and releases an enzyme which helps in the formation of fibrin and fibrinogen. This fibrin forms blood clot in the form of mass of fibers which stops bleeding from the blood vessel. After clotting, a straw color fluid called serum is left. So this is about the blood clotting. Now let us talk about the blood group. See, in 1900 and 1902, K. Landsteiner classified human blood into 4 groups, that is blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. The cells of this group contains corresponding antigens, that is A, B and AB except O. They don't have the antigen, but we will going to find it very easily because we will have the antigen of A, AB and AB. Okay, so let us see that's why the O is denoted to any of the blood group and so is known as universal donor. AB group is known as universal recipient because it can receive A, B, AB and O group. Let us talk about the Rh factor. Without Rh factor, the blood group, we cannot tell us the complete blood group of any of the human body individual. So let us see the Rh factor. It is an blood antigen discovered in 1940 by Landsteiner and A.S. Wenner. Played an important role during a blood transfusion. The Rh factor is an agglutinogen found in RBC of most people called Rh positive. It was initially found in the rhesus monkey and then in the man. Then people who do not have this antigen in their blood group, then it will indicate as a Rh negative. Rh negative blood does not carry anti-Rh antibodies. So naturally, but could synthesize them if synthesized through blood transfusion of Rh positive blood. It could be synthesized. So that is about the blood group and Rh factor, and together we can indicate the blood group of the individual human body. So this is here we completed the part 1 portion of the cardiovascular system. Here we majorly highlight the portion of vascular that is related to the blood. In the next part we will actually start the cardio portion of the cardiovascular system, and together it form a cardiovascular system. So here we finish up with the first part, that is cardiovascular system first part. So my dear students, thank you very much for your patience hearing. If you like this channel, kindly subscribe my YouTube channel, that is Dr. Vivek Kahale. So thank you very much for patience hearing.